When you're a kid, games are just a fun way to pass some time. They don't have to make sense. Eat the star, kick the turtles, sure, whatever. But once you're an adult, you start to notice things in games that once went right over your head. Here's a look at some things only adults notice in Apex Legends. It's kind of hard to miss the fact that Octane is a total junkie. Considering every time he uses tactical ability, he runs around with a giant needle sticking out of his stomach. In fact, his official bio on the EA site calls him the adrenaline junkie. But that ain't adrenaline he's injecting himself with. Whatever is in those needles, it drains some of his life while giving him a short-lived 30% speed boost. So just what kind of dope is Octane hooked on? Well, his bio also mentions that he's the heir to a pharmaceutical fortune. So you know he has access to all sorts of experimental drugs. And whatever he's taking, he doesn't seem to be in any hurry to kick his habit. Remember that emo girl from your high school class? Or maybe you were that emo girl. Either way, she was a little too deep for high school with all those feelings. But she could also best everyone else in not caring about something too. Well, meet Wraith.
There's a thin line between life and death. Find me there.
Of course, Wraith has some pretty good reasons for being so emo. For many years, Wraith was locked up in a facility for the mentally ill, escaping only after the voices in her head showed her that she had special void powers she could put to use. And outside of that, Wraith really has no idea what her identity is, where she's from, or even how old she is. So maybe next time, be a little nicer to that emo girl from high school. Who knows what she's going through?
Isn't there any time when how you look doesn't affect how you're judged?
You know how 50 years ago, everyone said we'd have flying cars by now, and it stinks that we totally don't? Well, we kind of feel the same way about Pathfinder. Oh sure, he's fun and friendly, but we can't help but feel a little disappointed, because if he's the future of robotics, we don't have much to look forward to. Think about it, the movies have promised us that in the future there will be all these amazing robots that can do everything from conquer the world to conquer the world. Pathfinder, meanwhile, has the ability to shoot a short rope from his hand and then sometimes shoot a slightly longer rope from it instead. Look, it's not that we wanted to die in a robot holocaust, but it's kind of a letdown that it's not even remotely an option. We enjoy Pathfinder as a character. He's just not the giant leap in robot technology we were hoping for.
Need to keep a gangster. Yeah, be cool. Don't laugh at being cool.
There are a lot of questions surrounding the mysterious Bloodhound, such as what they look like under their mask and what exactly that accent is. But the biggest question by far has to be, how can Bloodhound look like a scarecrow but still have bird friends? Respawn recently revealed that Bloodhound's bird friend is named Arthur, making Bloodhound even more similar to the tick than we thought.
Well, this is a little fun.
But given that Bloodhound looks eerily similar to a scarecrow, how is it that an actual crow is totally cool hanging out with them? This is still true, even if Arthur is actually a raven and not a crow. Come on, Respawn, how is this possible? The Loch Ness Monster is one of the most enduring myths in the world, with the huge sea creature supposedly haunting Scotland for centuries. So what the heck is it doing in Apex Legends? After all, wherever the Apex Legends Battle Royale takes place, it certainly isn't Scotland, or even Earth. So how did Nessie get there? Did some future civilization move Nessie from Earth to a distant planet? Has Nessie actually been an alien all along? And is Nessie going to eat our favorite legends? The mind reels at the implications. As all gamers know, Electronic Arts has a pretty bad reputation. For instance, it was named the worst company in America by the Consumerist 2 years running, and it's gotten several black marks for gobbling up game studios and then screwing up their games, by doing things like forcing them to use EA's Frostbite engine on games it was clearly not meant for. Pour one out for Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem, everybody. So we couldn't help but notice that Respawn didn't use a Frostbite engine for Apex Legends, and the game was an immediate smash hit success. Lesson learned, EA? Well, we're not holding our breath, but it's still pretty funny. One of the things you notice more and more as an adult gamer is how much or how little some video games care about prioritizing diversity. It's awfully easy if you're a white male to find a game that represents your race and gender and gives you a lead character you can easily connect with. For other people of different backgrounds, however, it's not always that simple, which is why Apex Legends deserves some credit. The game managed to pack in a roster full of diverse characters, and it didn't make a big show of it either. It just treated diversity as something normal, because that's exactly what it is, both now and in a distant future. Bangalore and Lifeline are black women. Bloodhound's gender identity is very purposefully left a mystery. Gibraltar is a gay man, a fact shared rather nonchalantly on the character's biography page. The characters in Apex Legends just are who they are. People of all backgrounds who come together to kill each other over and over. Now that's heartwarming. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more SVG videos about your favorite games are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.